Hi friends, Cole here. I am in the Daintree Rainforest. I'm at Cape Tribulation right now, up by the Great Barrier Reef. We came up here for my birthday and me and my partner were staying in this incredible tree house. So we have the beach and the rainforest, and tomorrow we're gonna go and do some scuba diving. It's just incredibly beautiful up here. So really happy to come up from southern. It's been really chilly to come up here and get some sunshine. My body's been absorbing it. Feels so delicious. But today going to do a standing flow. So we won't do down dog, or not much of it, so be easy on the wrists. And we're just gonna kind of play around. And I will give some alignment cues, but I want you to focus less on the alignment and more on what it feels like in the body. So less focus on the shape of what you think it should look like, or trying to do exactly what I'm doing, and exploring inside that shape. So this is a beautiful place. Our yoga practice is a beautiful place to investigate how we feel at any given time. That changes even, and investigate movement and stillness and our emotion. There's so many different things that we can explore here. So we won't be too linear and strict, and we'll just play. So invite some play into your practice today, yeah? So close your eyes down and plant your feet on your mat. So pick up the left foot and then plant it down like you're making a footprint. Pick up your right foot and then plant it down, and we'll be hips distance. And hips distance is about 2 fists. Often we think our hips are real wide, but it's actually about 2 fists. So you can kind of look at that, or you could even kind of measure that out. So that'll be underneath. And look down, and you can slightly turn your heels out just so that you can't see them. So there's a itty bitty of an internal rotation, but not much. It's more of an energetic. Press down through everything that's touching the ground. And that press down will allow you to lift the rest of the body up. So that downward energy creates the upward energy. And let's take the hands, instead of prayer pose, into lotus mudra. So lotus mudra will have everything touching, and then everything touching, and then open up the fingers. So lotus symbol represents transformation, because the roots are in the mud, and then they're one of the most beautiful flowers. So from what seems like struggle and challenge and all of that, really blooms and blossoms something gorgeous. So taking this lotus mudra and imagining and bringing to life in your mind and your body somewhere that feels relevant and alive to you, somewhere where you've bloomed from challenge, or maybe a challenge that you're facing right now. And just imagining what you can learn here, what wisdom can be created and sculpted out of the wound. And slowly letting the breath flow through the body, in the nose, out the nose, or out the mouth, whatever feels natural to you. And then inhale, begin to gaze up, and we'll let the lotus bloom up, gazing up to the thumbs. And then exhale, turn the palms out as the arms come down. And we're gonna clasp them behind the back. So grasp behind the back, interlace. Shoulders roll back, heart center rolls forward, and just for a moment, we'll gaze up. Actively pull the hands away from one another. That'll make this a lot more active and energetic. Pull the hands away from one another while the elbows pull towards one another. Now softly bend in the knees. And we're gonna send the hips back, the booty back as we fold forward. So bend a big bend in the knees. Oof. Definitely depending on how tight the hamstrings are. I'm bringing my belly all the way to the thighs, so I got a pretty big bend in my knees, and letting the fists be heavy over the head. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. And then softly release the hands
And then press down so much through the feet that the torso rolls up. So we're not really, don't think about lifting the body, but pressing down so much that the body just lifts. Beautiful. And the hands float up, palms up, gaze up, hands come together. And exhale, draw it down slow. Thumbs maybe touch the third eye as they come down to the heart center. 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale. Out the mouth, sigh. Press down through the feet. Inhale, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale out the mouth, sigh. This time, lotus mudra, open up. Inhale, it grows all the way. Gaze follows. And then exhale, hands clasp behind the back. So slow, open, clasp the other way. We'll stay here for a moment. Roll the shoulders back as the heart center comes forward. At the same time that the hands pull away from each other, the elbows pull towards each other. So really active in opening the heart center. And then begin to find some buoyancy, some bend in the knees as we send the booty back and fold forward. Let yourself pour out the top of your head. Shoulders move away from the ears just slightly, and then maybe bend one leg and then switch. So finding a little exploration here. The fists can move from one side to the other. Maybe peek the heart open to the left. And then switch the bend in the knees and peek the heart open to the right. A couple more rounds of breath. And then slowly release the hands down. Press into the feet so much that the torso begins to lift. Slow, slow, slow. Unfurl, uncurl. And then as the vertebrae stacks on top of vertebrae, the arms lift, the gaze lifts. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let the thumbs graze the forehead and come to the heart. Inhale here. Exhale out the mouth. Again, inhale here. Exhale out the mouth. Bloom your lotus, open up, and inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, this time fold forward. So you can fold with the arms wide, or you can let the hands come down into the center. Forward fold. Hands touch the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Tailbone goes in one direction, crown of the head in the other, and exhale, fold twice more like this, finding wave in the spine. Let it feel good. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe the hands come to the shins, or maybe to the ground, and exhale, fold. There's a little bit of cobra in the back here, so you can envision that. Inhale, halfway lift. Find lots of length in the spine, and then exhale, plant the hands. Let's step back with the right foot. We'll take a big step back. And gaze forward. Yeah? Actively pull back on the left hip just a little bit, and we'll start to make some movements here. So on an inhale, pick up the left arm, and we're gonna come back. Gaze can follow the hand. So inhale, we come up, back up, and then begin to straighten the front leg as you pour forward into like this wide pyramid. Fold the head forward. And then on an inhale, we begin to bend the front knee. Gaze follows as the hand goes back, up, and fold forward, wide pyramid. Beautiful. Once more. Inhale, bend the front knee as the hand comes back, up. And we're going to skandasana. Go to skandasana in the back of the mat so the hand comes on the inside of the knee. And we're going to walk all the way to the back of the mat. And we'll leave this as a high skandasana. So both feet are flat on the ground. And the booty's coming back as the crown of the head's coming forward. Yes. And then turn towards the back of the mat. Turn all the way around into a low lunge at the back of the mat. And we're going to do the same thing here. So inhale, the right arm goes back. The gaze follows all the way up. And then plant the hand as is a wide pyramid pose. The front leg does not have to go straight. Not at all. It doesn't. Inhale, bend, arm comes up and around, and then take that fold. Once more, inhale, up and around in Skandasana. So the hand comes on the inside and we walk Skandasana, back of the mat, high Skandasana. We stay here for just a moment, sending the booty back, crown of the head forward. And where the hands are planting, you can kind of pull the hands back towards the hips, and that'll extend the neck even longer, if that makes sense. So you're energetically dragging the hands back. And then we move low lunge back around to the top of the mat. Let's take a big step up. The right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift, take a little wiggle in the booty, and exhale, fold. Separate the feet hips distance if they're not already. And then bend the knees down, and we're gonna come up with big cactus arms into chair pose. And then exhale, curl and round. So we're gonna do some cat-cow in the back in chair pose. Inhale, open. Really use some artistic liberty here. Exhale, curl. So maybe you come real small down. Inhale, high, or maybe you take really little ones and exhale, curl. Twice more. Explore here, see what feels good. Moving with breath. And one more inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Crown of the head one direction, tailbone in the other. And exhale, plant the hands. Take a big step back with the left foot. Beautiful, low lunge. So we're gonna do the same thing that we just did, but we're gonna start with the other leg. So you know where we're going. Inhale, right hand goes back, up, and down, wide pyramid. Really slow the breath down here. Inhale, so really long inhale. Pull back on the right hip as you lunge down. So feel how that changes. And the exhale, the right hand plants, folding forward. Ooh, you can feel that stretch in my shin once more. Inhale, up and forward, this time on the inside, Skandasana, high Skandasana, or you can come into low Skandasana. So low Skandasana, the booty will come down and the right toes will come up. There's a tendency they want to come in sometimes, but we really want to work on at least rotating it up. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but we're externally rotating there. And let's maneuver over towards the back of the mat into low lunge. Take a moment, gazing forward. Be sure that the feet are on train tracks, not in a line, and we'll continue this movement. So pull back on the left hip crease as the left hand goes back, up, and down as you straighten the front leg. So really feeling into this pattern, this movement with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale as you swoop back, up and around, Skandasana towards the top of the mat. Again, you can stay high or take it low. And let's turn towards the front of the mat. Big step forward, the left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold it down. Big bend in the knees. Press through the feet so much that the back rounds. Oof, got some pops there. Press down through the feet. Lift the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. And let's take a step back and we'll go wide on the mat. And we're going to turn the toes out and turn the heels in. So don't go too wide here. So we can kind of check, bring the hands out. So if we're doing full wide leg forward fold, then we want the wrist right under the, right over the ankles. I really have to think about my body parts sometimes. But we're gonna make this a little bit shorter for now. So we'll come in, turn the heels in and the toes out, yeah? And begin to bend into the knees. And press down through the pinky toe side edge of the foot, yes. And you can also imagine external rotation with both of the thighs. So really opening up here. Lift the arches even. As you lift the arches, press down the pinky toe side edge of the foot.
So both of those things, you can kind of feel both of those things happening. And then lengthen the tailbone down as you sit down. And then reach the crown of the head up. Hands can come to knees. We're gonna begin to move, drop the right shoulder down. As you bend the elbows, let the hips sink low. And then inhale, you can come out a little bit. And exhale, we'll go towards the right. Oh, that feels good. Inhale, center. And exhale. Oof. In and out. Beautiful. Press down through the feet. Star pose. So just star pose is going to be completely open here. Legs, arms are straight. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. I like to turn the palms in just a little bit and reach through the pinky fingers, kind of a big Y. And then now we're going to turn the heels out and the toes in. So maybe you scoot out a little bit more now. The heels will be under the wrists. Soft bend in the knees. Take the hands to the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Open the heart center. Open the throat even a little bit as you gaze up. And then with the knees bent, we're going to stick the booty back. Let the heart fold down. You can release the hands down to the ground. Release the crown of the head down to the ground. But lift the shoulders away, so we're staying active there. And take a wiggle in the booty. And same thing, press down through the pinky toe edge side as you lift the arches of the feet up. And let's take the right hand, two different options here. You can take the right hand right underneath the gaze. And we can lift up the left arm. So we're gonna take a twist like this. If you want to go a little bit deeper, then take the right hand to the left ankle and twist from there. Either one of these, you can take a bind if you'd like, and take that left hand around the back. What tends to happen, you can kind of see how I'm tilted here. I want to keep the sacrum in the same spot. So you can take your hand onto the sacrum too and notice if you've twerked or twisted yourself too much, and kind of keep that center to then play with twisting from there. I like to take my left hand on the inside of my right thigh and press there. It helps me get a little more activity. Be sure that you have a soft bend in the knees. Roll the shoulders back and then slowly fold forward. Maybe bend into one knee and then the other. Find a little bit of movement and sway here. Slow down the breath, make it bigger. And how are you feeling? Any emotions moving through the body? Any places of adhesion, any places of freedom? Really, this practice is just about getting to know ourselves, and we learn on the physical level, on a mental and emotional level, spiritual level. We just notice, we inquire. And let's switch sides. So either the left hand comes down right underneath the gaze, or you can take it over to the right foot as well. But we twist from here. The hand can come straight up and you stay here, maybe gazing at the top hand. Notice if the hips have gotten real sideways. You can take your hand to your sacrum if you'd like. Or you can wrap this top arm around and reach for the inside of the left thigh. I think that's a really nice, if it feels available today. And then roll the shoulders back. And just steady breath. It's a deep twist. And slowly release it down. And again, find a little sway, like a little dance here. You can kind of push the ground towards one side and push away to the other side, really using using the stability of the ground to move from what's static. It's that contrast. Beautiful. And begin to walk heel toe the feet together. Bend the knees, press down through the feet so much we're going to roll up one more time. And let the arms float up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms up. exhale, hands to heart center. This time we're going to bring the left knee with us. Inhale, lift the arms up. Bring the left knee up. Notice if you've lifted the whole left hip or just the left leg. And then place the knee, the ankle over the knee. Hands to heart center as we come down, figure four. So really beautiful place here. We can open up lotus. Sit back into the hips a little bit and see if you can lift the chest. So sometimes we're really far forward and this is okay, but for this one, let's open up the heart. Roll the shoulders back. So maybe you're not as deep here, but we're keeping the heart open. Beautiful. Slowly, we're gonna lift the arms up on an inhale. Inhale, lift, 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 keep the ankle over. And then bring the ankle down. So we're crossed over, the hands are up. Exhale, fold forward with the left arm in front. With the left foot in front. And begin to walk the hands over towards the right side. So you're kind of like in a downward dog here, but you're letting your left hip be real heavy and the fingertips are reaching out and you're up onto the fingertips. Release the head. And slowly forward fold, left foot by the right foot. Bend the knees deep, push down. Again, roll up slow. Inhale, arms lift. And exhale, hands heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, arms lift up. This time, right knee lifts. Again, not lifting the hip, but just the leg. You'll have more balance. Look at something that's not moving is going to help flex the right foot and take it over the knee. And then come down into figure four. Maybe this lotus mudra. Roll the shoulders back. Sink back into the hips as the heart lifts. I like to press the thumbs into the sternum and the sternum back into the thumbs. This gives me like a place of proprioception, which really helps with balance when we have some of these kind of power points. All right, full exhale. Next inhale, the arms lift up as the right leg slides down. Exhale, soft bend in the knees, arms go wide as you fold forward. Lead with the heart, not with the head. And fold it down. This time, the arms go over towards the left side, bend still in the knees, as the hips go over towards the right. So really let the hips be weighted. Drop the head down. And slowly release. Right foot meets the left. One more time, one more roll up here. We're gonna press down through the feet. So we roll up to stand. Inhale, the arms lift, gaze is up. And exhale, hands slowly down to heart center. And once more, let's spread the feet, hips distance. We're just coming back to center here. If you'd like to take Lotus Mudra, you may. And this mudra is really a reminder that especially when things are shaky and challenging, when life gets off center and off balance, that often these are the places where we bloom from, where we grow from, and where we emerge. So letting our pain points be our growth points. This beautiful mudra can symbolize that. So I hope that you can take this into your practice if it's helpful. Let's take 3 rounds of breath together. Inhale. Out the mouth, sigh. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Big exhale.
And then inhale, eyes are open. Let's bloom one more time, coming all the way up. And exhale, release. And maybe shake it all out. Shake the sand off of you if you have any. Just expel any energy that you have. I love shaking. If you haven't shook with me before, it's very nice. But thank you for joining me, and thank you for joining us here at YOGATX and letting us be part of your practice. Some of you have been with us for about 5 years now, so it's really beautiful. And if you're just joining your practice, then welcome. I hope that you keep coming back. It'll be different every day. And when we come with a sense of curiosity and play, then those differences, when some days are easy or some days are challenging, that just begins to make our practice more textured, more dynamic, and more alive. So I hope that you come back and welcome yourself on your mat, whatever wants to show up that day. So let me know in the comments if you liked this video. We always want to know what's working, what you want more of, all of that jazz. So like this video, subscribe, share it with someone maybe who hasn't practiced before. Maybe invite someone to this path of yoga. And my name again is Cole Chance. You can find out more about me at colechanceyoga.com. It has all the things about Cole Chance there. So I'll see you next time on your mat or on the beach.